Jack, do you wanna introduce us? Season 2, the year of the Jack.
Ooh, I like that.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Oh, right now?
Oh my
All right.
god.
Hi. What's going on? I'm not good at this, dude.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome back, season 2, episode 1, the year of the Jack. Jack Hallal, Declan Hickey, Chuck Rossi. I'm not a part of this Hallal and Hickey logo, but
Yeah, you're not.
I am here in support because I am their producers. If this is your first time listening, this is the Hallal and Hickey Show. Live Wednesdays, 2 to 4, only on WMLN 91.5. You can listen to us on the TuneIn app. It's actually right up above Declan's head, that logo. Declan, if you just point up, it's
I
there
can't really
somewhere.
point, but
That's
just
right.
like you got.
Yeah, fuck. Um, anyways, it's been an interesting summer.
That
Uh,
was.
I was in the Cape League interning. Jack was at WATD interning. Declan was on Warzone interning, and yeah, it's
I
been
guess.
a
I guess that's what we're doing. I guess we're putting people on blast. I guess that's weird, but
Yo,
no,
that's
you got
alright.
it, big
what
boy.
game? What game were you on then? What game were you on?
FIFA, bro.
I'm no. I have sworn that off until it
Bro,
like I might
you're a Ronnie 2K guy, bro.
no like I might bring it back, but I've been doing like college football.
Ooh, CFB, the new one. Is
Yep.
that right?
Because so I had a college football 25 where I basically did the UMass dynasty, and I finally won a chip with UMass,
Okay.
and then right after that I bought 26.
UMass championship ends up getting you the next game. Thank you to EA. Jack, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Summer's been good, working, but also have time for friends and family and travel, so it's been good.
That's awesome. And
Yeah, bro.
I think right off the top, just to talk here. I mean, it's an early, it's not early. It's kind of noonish for us now. The Red Sox last night, a night game, 9:40 p.m. start in Nesson. Ended up watching that with my grandpa. My first day back at home after a Cape League season. Look at me. I mean, I'm just right. When I come back to school, I'm gonna have to freshen up, right? I mean, but the Red Sox have kept me in a good place mentally because they've been playing so well. 12 or 13 games above 500. I mean, this team has been unbelievable. Jack, first kind of season, it's been a roller coaster for you, right? I mean, you're kind of
Mhm.
watching this team. I'm sitting in July and I watched Rafi Devers get traded to the San Francisco Giants. At the time, I was upset. And then after all the reporting comes out, everyone's kind of like, "Oh, it's a smear job, whatever it actually might be." And
Mhm.
now, well, the team's been playing so well, and Devers has not been so hot. I mean, he hit a home run last night, but 21 on the season. Jack, just tell me about the Sox and what'd you see? Talk to Declan more about last night, but throughout the season from this team.
Yeah. As you guys know, before this year, I really haven't put any time into watching the Sox games. So it's been fun this year. I'm following the team a lot more. And look, I have YouTube TV, so I unfortunately can't watch Nesson, but I do watch the highlights on YouTube when I can. Yeah, no, look, the team's fun. I mean, the team obviously is playing well. I think when we were starting to end our show, late last semester and late May, or I'm sorry, late April, like we didn't really know what to expect, and the team wasn't looking so great. But things just happened, and obviously 2 weeks before the All Star break, we were rolling, and then kind of kept it going since then, and it's been really cool to watch. I mean, people were doubting Cora's job. People were saying if it's him, if it's time for him to go, time for a new face. I think he's kind of just done his thing and not taken anything to heart, and he's just coached these guys well. And I think obviously the signing of Bregman has gone a long way. He's amazing. He's one of the best third basemen I think in the league when it comes, especially defensively. His hitting's been amazing, but he's just a good dude too to the young guys. He loves the young guys. The young guys love him. Um, and obviously, speaking of the young guys, we just signed Roman to an 8-year, 130 extension. I mean, he's great, right? Like he's legit. Myers unfortunately injured, but these two young guys, they can play, and obviously, you know, we've seen it. But it's been fun to watch. It
I
really has.
I just want to say, like, I think that's when we were here, we were talking about last semester. Christian Campbell was doing so well. He kind of fell off the cliff. They ended up sending him back down to Worcester. Now practicing at first base, getting reps there, hitting extremely well right now on a hot streak in Worcester. I talked about these prospects with you guys, and I was like, hey, listen, like, you got to believe, right? I mean, there's got to be some type of belief with these guys. They've been highly touted throughout the entire league. You see Roman gets his extension. He said only 2 homers, right? And, you see the guys on Felger and Maz or whatever the other stations are kind of talk about these guys like they can't hit homers or whatever the case may be. But again, you lock a guy out for that long, your future's set. Brian Bayo's been unbelievable. We'll kind of get into that later. Declan, thoughts about the season and also last night with this team and this group?
Yeah, I know. Like, it was definitely like a struggle through the first April and May. Was kind of like, what's really going on here? Like, most of the hitters just not really doing anything, and you see the explosion of a guy like Trevor Story. You see the explosion of a guy like Cedar Rafaela, really coming into his own and actually becoming that player that he showed signs of last year, and how Cedar lowered his strikeout rate, how he's actually swinging the ball better. I mean, I still think he still has some things to improve on because he does like to swing at the first pitch a lot still, but I think this team's really found their identity. I think in the last month or so, really because I think everyone's played a lot better. Like the pitching staff, you have to really thank that staff because most of the time when the pitching staff's doing well, people don't like to talk about that. But the only time when they're doing bad. But I think, but uh, but I think this pitching staff has done a great job at teaching their pitchers what to change, what to do, how to adapt to situations. Because you've seen players take a Lucas Giolito, who's been at the start of the year wasn't that good, but these last 2 months he's been one of the best pitchers in the American League. So it's been what a turnaround from from the players and the coaches, just from uh, just from a pitching standpoint, but also to last night. I think this was a very big win last night. I would say over a team like the Padres, who are about the same record, but they added so many pieces at the deadline. They added a Laureano. They added a bunch of pieces in their pen, like Mason Miller, and they've been a really good team. So I think it was really great to see the offense really show up. They've been showing up in these games, and it's really been to show how great this team can be. It's just there were a lot of growing pains, I think, to start the season, and I think they really overcome that. And I think this is going to be a playoff team come October.
I'm excited to see this group develop even more. And I mean, I think today's going to be a day where Connor Wong's going to get optioned. Even though he had a great night last night, he hasn't been great all season. Kind of been that one sore thumb in the 9-hole.
Yeah.
With the Red Sox picking up the catcher for the Blue Jays. I'm blanking on his name because he's just
Sanchez.
Just kind of a random guy that's been hitting well in AAA. Played up in the majors, not really great. But again, might be an upgrade over Wong.
He's a decent catcher. It's just not great.
Right. I kind of wanted to ask Jack as well. This team didn't do much at the deadline. You've been a John Henry, basher. Again, John Henry not kind of in charge of the deadline at all, but
it's more of
a Craig Breslow thing. But I'm saying ownership-wise, do you think this ownership group, based on the fact that they extended Garrett Crochet, based on the fact that they are probably now looking to extend Bregman with the money left over from Devers, Breslow was trying to be aggressive with Joe Ryan, ended up not getting him, and then extending Roman Anthony 8 years, $130 million. Do you think this ownership cares about the product on the field now, or are they just getting lucky with these guys in the crop?
It's a tough question. I go back and forth. I mean, look, do I think this is telling the front office and John Henry in particular, okay, if we have something here, we're one major max contract or superstar player away from really contending for many years? Maybe, but do I also think, Sedane hitting these home runs and all these young guys doing their thing at the plate, I also feel like it's saying to the guys in the front office, this is why we don't need to sign these big names, because these guys are hitting now, right? We don't need to.
Right.
So I go back and forth. I do give Breslow a lot of credit, actually. He saw something in Devers that nobody else saw, and obviously at the time it was confusing. Why would we trade Devers?
Controversial.
Right. But now it's a great deal.
again, like the package in which we got back was horrific. I mean, it was
Horrific.
again. I think I generally believe
Depending on how Kyle
sure,
Harrison
but
goes.
I think at the end of the day, if this team wants to contend, they're gonna DFA a guy like Jordan Hicks, and they're gonna eat the money. I mean, Jordan Hicks signed. He's making like 16 mil a year, and he's just he's an awful reliever, and he throws 102 whatever, but he can't control it.
Yeah. He has great stuff, but just terrible command.
That's right. And I think, again, like Jack said, I mean, the return on that package was bad. But Breslow obviously was told by ownership and also himself that if they're going to have a sore thumb in this lineup like Devers, that's not going to help their cause when it comes to competing. Yeah, he's a great bat. He hits nukes, right? But if you're not willing to change positions.
Hasn't been hitting great, though.
Yeah, that's right. But, if you're not willing to change positions for the benefit of the team, I kind of agree with that stance of getting rid of the guy, regardless as to what Again, they wanted him to be the face. He never wanted to be the face. He never wanted to be a leader, and I never thought he was. But I'm just saying, as a player, he was great. But you had to move a guy like that, especially now that he's taking reps at first. San Francisco, he's been pretty bad at it, but he didn't do it here out of spite. He's just like, I'm not gonna play first because you guys. I don't want. He's just being weird. And I wanted to ask you, Declan, when it comes to the rotation, come playoff time, we've all been banking on the fact that Giolito and Bayo are kind of going to go on a downfall. I think Bayo's not going to. I think Giolito might get a little worse. What do you do here? I mean, you need 3 pitchers in the playoffs to be confident in them. You can't bank on the fact that Buehler's going to be here. He might get DFA'd. What exactly do you think this team has to do come playoff time in the rotation?
I think I trust I still trust Giolito because I just don't trust a guy like Walker Buehler, and I don't really know if I can trust a guy like May. I think, say, if it's the first round, I think they'll probably use May and Buehler probably out of the pen because most of their struggles come post 4th inning for both of them. Even though Walker Buehler did have a great game yesterday, but it's not really. It's like he's a 2 out of 20 good games. So it's like I think I trust Lucas Giolito enough. It's just say if it's the second round, then I really don't know because I think what they could do, obviously, you're going to go Crochet, Bayo, like Giolito, but I think maybe say if it's a game 4, they could have like May pitch 3, then you got Buehler pitch 3, and then you just reset the rotation for the game 4. So I think they could do something like that because I also don't know if Walker Buehler is going to stay up. I know Cooper Criswell's done, and he's done a very underrated job, and I feel like we might see Cooper Criswell again this season, and I think he will try to prove himself and maybe take that spot from a guy like Walker Buehler.
I also wanted to say, I mean, guys that are kind of getting reps now in Worcester for September call-ups, like Peyton Tolley and David Sandlin, who are 2 guys that have kind of been fast-tracked. I mean, more Peyton Tolley's regard of now going all the way from AA to AAA and then having a shot just a year into his career at pitching up in Boston. I think it's going to be interesting to see kind of what they do in September. And now, following this series, tonight, Michael King and Giolito. King's been pretty solid again, but the thing is, he hasn't really played much. We kind of got to Pavetta yesterday because we kind of know his weaknesses, and he's been kind of Mickey Mouse farming at home in San Diego because, I mean, he's got a 1.8 ERA in San Diego. The place is, it's Petco.
On the road, it's almost a 3.
Right. But when it comes to tonight and tomorrow, I think if you win this series, take it. You're going into Houston. You're looking for 70 wins, right? And if you're at that point, I mean, I never would I have thought, especially with the way that the first or the month of May went in June, we'd be in position to be at 70 wins in August, right? I mean, I think this group can win 90. Like I said in preseason, in the pre-show when we previewed the entire season, I said they got a ceiling of 92 wins. I think they can do it, and I think if they just stay healthy and continue, they'll be able to be fine.
I think get to 90, they just have to win about half.
Yeah.
Of the rest of the season.
So
which is doable.
Before we leave, and I'll let Jack get his thought in. I want to Jack first get your thought, and then we'll kind of do our thoughts of prediction results for the season and what we think it's going to
be. I just think the guys are just bonding with each other, and it's just I think they're just having fun out there. But I do want to point something out. I think Chapman's having an amazing year. I mean, we can't just kick it under the rug.
That's true.
What he did to his former team, the Royals, was. I mean, this guy's what 30, like
37.
Yeah, exactly. He's up there, and he's still throwing heat. And you know, you gotta have a good closer if you want to go far in the MLB postseason, and he's dealing and he's doing his thing. So it's cool to see.
I think in the pen too. Now that Slayton's kind of getting ramped back up to pitch, they're gonna get stronger in there. I think adding a guy like Peyton Tolley. I mean, if you haven't looked at his profile or looked at kind of what he is, the guy's a monster. He's just drafted a year ago, and he's already in AAA. I mean, he's been fast tracked. When was the last time the Red Sox fast tracked a pitcher? Probably like
John
Lester, probably. Yeah. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just been a long time coming, and the guy looks great, and he was drafted by Breslow, and he's just a massive behemoth, like a dog, like just a guy that you want on the mound. And I think it's gonna be interesting to see him in the pen. They're probably gonna call him up, put him in the pen, and just scream after every pitch, that type of person. And you got to have lunatics in the pen. Justin Slayton's one of them. Chapman's an interesting character.
And the last thing I want to say quickly,
interesting character.
He's something.
The last thing I want to say is I think it shows a lot about the team. When the starter strikes someone out and gets fired up walking off the mound, and he's like egging on the crowd to like cheer with him. Like, I love that personally. Like, I think we saw Pivetta do it after he struck out somebody. I forget what year it was, but it was a similar situation. I think when you have that, it's like, okay, your aces are feeling it, right? And it's like they're loving playing at home. They're loving the fans, and the fans are behind them.
Yeah, like they've been like excellent at home. Like
they're also great away too. Like, they're not bad away.
No, I know, but I also think like the vibes are just up. Like any time there's a hit, like the dugout is just going nuts. Like they don't really care. Like no matter what, like the vibes have been up. There's been all these like close knit jokes. They got the tremendously locked in stuff, and they got that new celebration with the plane thing with
turbulence, right?
Yeah, the turbulence thing, which is a funny story of how they started doing that.
That's right. I just think, especially with this group, kind of being behind each other all the time and wanting to continue to compete together, it's fun to see because like when you got glue and you're all together and you're just kind of, at this point, people think at some point we're like, all right, they're fucking around. They're going to drop 7 straight again, whatever. But like they really figured out what their strengths are, and they're not hitting a million home runs. I mean, they do. Recently they have, but they're scattering.
Crazy.
They're scattering the field, and they're just spraying the entire, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not home run in this. They're playing situational baseball, and I think that's something they've been missing for so long. Is just like play to your strengths. You saw the game against the Astros. They Abreu bunted between like the pitcher's legs.
Yeah.
Like Abreu's got power. Like you could get that guy to swing, whatever. He bunted and we scored a run. They erred. That whole inning was a reason why we won. They put like 6 runs in the inning. I mean, stuff like that,
But also this team has multiple different leaders, whether it's a guy like Bregman, a guy like Story, or a guy like Duran. Like I think like those 3 have been like the biggest leaders in there because they've been helping the younger guys really like adapt to like situational baseball, whether it's like Roman like needing advice on what to do, or like take a guy like Romy, a guy like Marcelo, like any of those guys really have like and any young player like in the team really has players to look up to, like a Bregman, a Story, or a Duran.
I mean, I wanted to bring this up just so we can wrap this. 2 things. What's your prediction for this Red Sox team? This comes final record, not final record, win total, because there's 162 games. We don't have to figure about losses, but win total, and like where will they end up in the postseason? I'll start with you, Jack.
I'm not at a point where I like know the maximum wins they can have. But I would say like
it's about,
I don't know, maybe 90. Like I think my prediction is gonna be 90, dude. I mean, like it's not unreasonable. I think 90. Honestly, the 162 game season, winning 90 games is not a little.
No,
it's a lot of games. I'm gonna say 90. I'm gonna say 90 on the nose.
Declan.
I'm gonna go. So currently we have 65 wins, and there's about, I want to say, 45 games left in the season. And if they can win about like just like a little more than half, I could see it. I think I'm gonna go for. I think I'm gonna go for 93 wins. I think 93 is the number I'm gonna go for, because I still think they have a chance to pass the Blue Jays in the standings, and they still and maybe come this time they could be in one of the top three seeds.
I think this group is going to win 92. I'm just going to stick with my original prediction, and then I'll kind of start off where I think they're going to end up. I really think there'll be an ALCS exit. Unfortunately, I don't know if they'll be. I think they'll get to the conference. I think they'll get to that round, but I just don't know if they'll be able to get themselves over the hump for the World Series. Hopefully, they prove me wrong. But I think ALCS would be nice if they get to the World Series. They get to the World Series, I would take this team over any team. I like the group. I like the energy. So I'll go ALCS, Jack.
I don't hate that. I do hate the thought of losing in the ALCS because it hurts.
Again.
You're one of the final 4 teams left, right? And I don't know. I'll go losing in the ALCS, but I see us putting up a fight. I wouldn't see us getting swept. I see us losing in maybe 6 in the ALCS. But I'll go ALCS.
I think it really does depend on the matchup. I think if we got a team like Houston, I could see us winning that.
Oh, I agree.
But we get a team like Toronto, we could beat them. The only thing is I don't know about Detroit. That's the only one thing, because their pitching staff is pretty good. They have the other reigning Cy Young. Um, they've been insane. The last series we played them, I think we got swept, but that was in May, to be fair. So we'll have another chance to prove it at the end of the season, because that's our last series is against the Tigers. Probably I think the floor is ALCS, which like sounds crazy, but and then I think the ceiling is a. I don't want to go too far, but like I'm gonna say they're gonna lose in the ALCS, but I could see this team winning the World Series.
Wow.
It sounds crazy.
Wow.
That does sound that
That's
yeah. It sounds crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but I have the belief. I don't know. I think I'm more optimistic than most fans watching the Red Sox. But I don't know. I just feel something special when I watch this team night in, night out.
I think it is crazy to say that, but also, there's a chance. There's always a chance. You never know. I think the biggest moment of this postseason, and what's going to be awesome, is winning. If we're still in the wild card, hosting a team like the Yankees at Fenway Park and just dismantling them, because we do that. Like the last wild card was awesome. So I think if we host them and they're still in, and we beat the shit out of them, and then we go into the ALDS, I think the vibes would be up, and I think you just need that push. And if they do make the World Series, whatever. Yeah. But I just think they can finish the season off, get up to 92 wins. If they push the postseason, fine. But this shows ownership group and the front office that if they add just a tiny bit more, this team could get pushed over the top. I wanted to kind of wrap up there on the Red Sox and jump into the Patriots. Preseason game number 1 was yesterday. This is just a perfect time for the first episode of the season, I believe. Perfect. Just Patriots preseason, Tom Brady statue, Red Sox, hot. The Celtics are doing whatever they're doing. And talk about preseason game number 1. Jack, what are you liking out of that first ever touch in his NFL career? Travion Henderson, the pick that you were big on. I was more big on the Jared Wilson pick, but the pick that you were big on, Jack, Travion Henderson. What are you thinking about that first touch in the preseason return?
I mean, it's great, right? I mean, you look at that. They showed the replay, once or twice, and the kid's got speed. I was high on the pick, but the day after the draft, I was like, man, I wanted Quinshawn. Don't anymore, obviously, for specific reasons.
Right.
But I think Henderson is going to be like one of these, like a David Montgomery. Like I can kind of see it. Like he's like bigger, but he's also fast. He's not afraid. He's not. I mean, you saw it last night. He's not afraid to lead with his head,
Right.
right? I mean, this kid's gonna be good, and I like it a lot. I think, you know, I think if Ramondre can make his production actually valuable, I think a 1-2 punch with him and Trayvon could be pretty dangerous. Look, I know it's preseason, and I know we blew out the Commanders, but I'm just gonna say this: I wasn't thrilled about the passing game. I still don't think we really can pass. Honestly, Diggs didn't play. Obviously he's probably our number one target, but it's all eyes are gonna be on Will Campbell and being able to see what he can do and protect Drake May. Drake May obviously looked like the Drake May he left off being last year. Again, it was preseason, but look, I feel good. I think Vrabel has these guys in line. I think they all want to play hard for him, and the defense still looks like they're playing well, right? Once we get Gonzo back, I'm sure we'll be even better. But my one concern right now is just the passing. But other than that, dude, I mean, we look way better than last year.
I think
Yeah.
appreciate that point about the passing. I really think this is kind of first game filling it out, and I'm sure the second game he'll start the first quarter and then whatever. Couple dump passes just in the flat to running backs, whatever. He had the fumble, right? And it's just I think for us he needs to be in a position where he needs to be competitive with his throws and be competitive with the game. And I'm really confident. I know you're saying we can't really throw the ball right now, and I kind of agree just seeing the way it was, but I'm really confident in Josh McDaniels. I really loved when we got him back. I thought that was really good for this team and the growth. And McDaniels is not getting another head coaching job, so maybe this guy sticks around like, how Mahomes had his OC for quite some time, or you know what I'm saying? Just having that guy that can glue the team together. And the thing with Josh is that his situational football awareness is one of the best in football. So I really think it's going to be good for Drake and his development. I think yesterday showed that Kyle Williams can move on a defender and he can really get open. The biggest problem was he wasn't getting the ball thrown to him correctly. I mean, it wasn't May. Dobbs was in a couple times, right? But at the same time, I think we've seen that Kyle Williams can play the X role with Diggs if they can flip flop, and he made some great moves last night. He didn't get the ball in his hands, but he can get open. I think that's going to be a good guy in the pass game. And again, Demario Douglas has been unbelievable in practice. The joint practice they had with the Commanders, he was just catching balls left to right. And I think, we'll talk to Declan. He was on the field at training camp. I think the group's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good receiver group. I mean, that's all I've heard from reporters. Mike Reese has talked about how much better they look. And the line up front, what an incredible push on the run. Pass blocking's got to get better, but the run blocking has been incredible. Just seeing Will Campbell get downfield and hold his defender up until the end of the play. It was great to see that, and I'm excited to see more development. Declan, tell me about this receiver group and kind of what you think about the Patriots.
Yeah, like I think the receiver group's done well. I think also in the highlights from the joint practice, Kayshon Boutte also did a great job. There was one play where he burned like what's his name, the corner on Marshawn Lattimore, where he basically burned Lattimore on a play that was kind of like an out route to the corner of the end zone. And so I thought that was good showing. I thought obviously like there were a couple plays where like Kyle Williams got open, but the throws from Josh Dobbs weren't amazing. I think maybe if it were May in a situation, it would be more of a more better chance to complete a pass. But yeah, I think you are right about like how how fast he is and how he's able to get open. I thought I would like to see more out of the preseason games from a guy like Demario Douglas out of the slot, trying to see more what he can do. But yeah, I'm also very excited about the team. I think like Trey Henderson out of the they did like a couple throws to the side. They kind of did some couple like runs up the left sideline, and I thought he was fantastic. I thought like what Jack was saying earlier about like how Henderson and like Ramondre can be a good 1-2 punch. I thought this team definitely showed. I think the defense showed like how like versatile they can be. I think they put a lot of pressure on the Commanders team, even though it's preseason. But I still think the defense put a lot of command like against this Commanders team, and I think it was a good showing. I also think they'll, like Jake said, like show more of the offense. I think But I do think more of a Josh McDaniel style is like mixing up like the run a lot. I don't think there's always there's always this like deep pass that has to be like that has to be like a 80-yard bomb. I think a guy like Josh McDaniels knows his offense, and I think he likes to use a lot of running, and I think he likes to do a lot of like short pass, a lot of medium pass. But I don't think you always see like a huge bomb down the sideline for this offense.
I think when it comes to situational football, though, like I said with McDaniels, I think he's going to be great, and I think May will have a
Yeah,
chance to show off his athleticism, and that includes his arm. I mean,
yeah,
May's got a great arm, and we said this from the point when he got drafted. I know Jack, ACC guy, wasn't really expecting him. Listen, I'm not. My expectations are high for this guy. He threw 15 touchdowns, 10 picks last year, right? I want to see more out of him, and I'm sure we will. But at the same time, I think next preseason game, just kind of get him in the flow of getting passes down. But week one will really show us a testament of what this organization has done and the coaching staff. And I just think they look more organized. I mean, Vrabel was challenging plays in the preseason. I mean, like, this guy loves
He
football.
cares a lot more.
He cares, right? I mean, we talked about this like, during Mayo's tenure, right? I mean, talking about his tenure. I mean, it was just like a lot of like looking blankly up into the sky and like not like really knowing what to do. And then we saw reports during practice where they would stand around for 10 minutes and then do something else. It's like that's not how practice should be run. And I think
yeah.
Vrabel is like really. I mean, you saw there's five new core values in the locker room, and I just think the staff wants to win. They want to be productive, and Jack.
I was just gonna say, like, the other thing I think people will forget about is like, I know this is Drake May's second year, but dude, Vrabel won 10 games and beat the Ravens in the playoffs with Ryan Tannehill. Like, that takes skill. Like, he's really not a great quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
No.
So obviously Vrabel has the coaching ability. He was I think he was a far better player than Mayo. That doesn't really matter in terms of coaching, but I think he's seen a lot more. I think he understands just the game a lot more, and he's obviously been in a situation, way more years than Mayo.
I mean, I also think like being a guy that is so infatuated with football, and like he was on the Brown staff, just there to help out, like he was last season. I mean, he was just kind of in a more of an administrative role, just kind of helping out. So I think he loves football, and I think when
a mentor almost.
That's right. When you get that kind of guy and your head coaching role, and I think Kraft wanted it all along, but I guess when you write in a guy's contract that he's going to be the next head coach of the team, you gotta make him the next head coach of the team. And I'm surprised there hasn't really been anything lawfully that's happened with Mayo and the organization, because they've probably breached contract a million times. They probably had some stuff written in there that was like he's got to be around for at least 4 seasons or something random. Like this, they probably breached contract, and maybe something will come out of that. Maybe it won't. But his brother's still on the staff, right? So I don't really know.
Oh, he is.
He's the strength and conditioning coach, yeah.
Oh.
So I don't really know. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I think he also, like, from his point of view, it could seem like an unfair treatment because he only got 1 year to coach. You know what I mean? Like, even though I do think a guy like Mike Vrabel was a better coach, I think the situation wasn't the greatest, and I think from Mayo's point of view, he could have felt like he got screwed.
Yeah.
Just because he literally got 1 year with a offense with a roster that's
Businessman.
Unfortunately, the staff was horrendous because he had no connection to anything
No, I know. We know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it's like when the staff's bad, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just.
I honestly think
something could come out of that, the like legal parts, which is what I'm saying.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure McDaniels came after Vrabel. Like, I'm pretty sure McDaniels wanted to join Mike.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like, and again, like, I know for a fact Milton Williams said it in the offseason. I don't know if any other defensive players specifically said it, but Milton Williams said, I wanted to play for Mike. Like, Mike was the decision why I came to the Patriots. And when you have that, it's like,
you're back to
that goes a long way in the
you're back to the, like, I want to play for Bill, right? I mean, we'd get guys, like, maybe at the tail end of their career, or maybe we'd get a guy like Randy Moss or whatever. Like, that whole thing of, like, I want to play for Bill is kind of back in fruition with Vrabel. And I think he's just such a player's coach, and he talked about, like, you can't change a person's personality, but they all got to buy in and be on the same page when you come to practice. And I think that's something Belichick kind of wasn't great at, was like not letting, personalities weren't really a thing, in the locker room. And I think Vrabel letting their personalities through and then also coaching them and getting them on the same page has helped the team's vibes. And we say what vibes do to a team, the Red Sox, right? I mean, like it's a correlation. Like if the team's having fun and you're winning, all power to you to continue and win and perform. Before we get to the Tom Brady statue and kind of our thoughts on that whole celebration and how Kraft said that Brady had 3 winning seasons in his 23-year career, which I don't really know what he was saying. I think Kraft is on his way out. Anyways, yeah, it was bad.
I hope so.
I mean, what, he's like 75?
He was just yapping. That was bad.
Classic.
I want to ask you guys about the season, about the Patriots season, and kind of what your predictions are going into this. Now that we're preseason game in, obviously we pull up like almost 50 points, whatever. I don't really care. It's a preseason game. I'll kind of just start with Jack. Week 1, taking on the Raiders. Thought it was the Falcons when there was a schedule, like there was going to be like a leak, but there was no leak. The leak was fake. Raiders. What's your vibes on that? McDaniel's coaching against his former team, the second team he's head coached at. What's your vibes on that? And then we'll kind of go through the schedule, and I'll go back and forth with you guys, and I'll add my input. So week 1 Raiders, win or loss?
I'm gonna say win. I don't think that building, and I don't know if it's home or away.
We're home.
Home, okay. Then I think that place is gonna be intrigued to see what this new squad can do. And when we have these 53 guys knowing their role and doing what they can, I think we're gonna win. And I'm not really afraid of that Raiders team. They're not a great team. I mean, it's interesting. Tom Brady kind of co-owns them now, so they do have a better coach now, and Pete Carroll. It's gonna be interesting, but I think we win.
Declan.
Yeah, win, obviously.
Just
like the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders seem like they have some good pieces in place right there, but I don't know how well like Geno Smith is really going to do. I still think he'll probably do decently, but I think this defense is going to rip him to shreds.
All right, week 2 at Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. Jack.
Just because of history and history repeats itself, I'm going to say we lose because we somehow can't play in South Florida. I don't know what it is. I don't know why you can play in 30-degree weather, but you can't play in 80-degree weather. I'm just going to say we lose, and we're 1-1.
Declan.
I was also going to say the same reason because it's just like there's something in the air there, I guess. There's just something in those Miami Gardens.
Devil magic.
But they're putting something in those gardens. Like I'm just saying, they're putting something like in those plants.
Week 3.
So,
week 3, Steelers at home. Jack. Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, Mike Tomlin.
Dude, that offense is nasty.
I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be good though. I mean,
Aaron Rodgers might throw backwards.
True. I think if we're at full strength, I think we can pull it off. I think DK has a big game. I really do.
I think they're being overrated. I mean, I saw the NFL on Fox power rankings. They were in the top 10, Jack. The Steelers were 8 in the NFL on Fox power rankings. 8. I mean,
I'm not saying they're Super Bowl
but
contender.
I'm saying to you, like, do you think this team's as good as advertised?
I think adding DK and Rodgers is a step up from what they had last year.
Okay.
I think they have a better chance of beating us, like with those two, than whatever the atrocious product was they even had.
I think Aaron Rodgers
old Heinz Field, whatever the new name is. But I think we win because I think again it's something about New England and Rodgers just doesn't play well in Gillette. He really doesn't, and I say we win.
Has he played a lot in Gillette?
Rodgers?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Has he played a lot of times in Gillette? That's not crazy asking that. It's not a crazy question to ask. I mean, the Packers didn't really play the Patriots that much at home.
Rodgers is record at Gillette. He's played here 3 times.
Right. Okay. So only 3.
He's 1 and 2.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we more played Aaron Rodgers more at the Packers, or I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna go with the win because I think Aaron Rodgers is washed. what is he, 41, and he's terrible? He is not a good quarterback. I don't care. He's not even a top 15 quarterback this year. I don't even care. He might not even be top 20. He might be borderline 20.
Week 4, Panthers at home.
Win.
Okay.
That Panthers team doesn't do anything for me. I think Bryce Young is awful.
What? No.
I think
I do not think Bryce Young is awful. I think Bryce Young's a good quarterback.
he's not awful. Again, he doesn't have a lot of tools around him, I guess.
He's got
It's
a
not.
tool on
It's
him.
he's not. Huh?
He's got a tool on him.
You're not real.
Okay. I think I'm not worried. I think it's gonna be a win. I do.
I think it's going to be a win, but I don't think we should underrate this Panther team. I think Bryce Young's a good quarterback. I think he showed. I think he showed last year that he's a good quarterback. I think his first year he didn't really get the proof because he had like Frank Reich as his coach, and he was the worst coach ever. So I just think that'll be a close game, but I think we win. But I do think it'll be close.
Hey, listen. I mean, my GOAT coach might be different than yours, but I know Todd Parsons is in my top 3. Week 5, Buffalo Bills. Shout out Curry College football, by the way. Buffalo Bills at Buffalo.
Sunday Night Football.
Wait, I'm confused what the shout out was.
Todd Parsons, Curry College football head coach. He's in my GOAT conversation. Week 5, Buffalo Bills at what? What are you laughing about? He's in my top.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at the fact that I had no idea who you were referring to. And how we were talking about GOAT NFL coaches, and you bring up Todd Parsons.
He's a legend.
Yeah, like he's a legend, bro. He's a legend of the game.
Listen, Todd's a great guy.
He's not a bad. I mean, he's not a bad coach.
He's a great guy, good coach. I'm excited for this season. Hey,
he's a good dude.
Hey,
he's a good dude.
This season, Monty Quinn. Hey, this group, he didn't go nowhere. We got a new QB in there too. A little mix-up. I'm a little excited about that too.
We're winning 3. Yes,
that's right.
All right, we're losing to the Bills.
We are. Yeah, I mean,
like, it's Sunday Night Football, so it's like it's going to be even more tragic.
I also think like May is going to throw like 2 picks in this game. I just have this like feeling.
I think this is going to be. I think this is going to be like one of those games where it's just going to be like, it's not going to be good.
It's like I have class tomorrow. I have to go to bed. Like, there's no point of watching this. Like, I'm just going to bed.
You wake up to losing by 14.
Yeah.
I will say one thing. There is one way they could win this game, and it's gonna be if it's like that, cause you remember it was a Monday Night Football like at Buffalo.
Oh, it's not gonna happen again. They ran the wing tee.
But I'm saying that's the only way it could happen.
Jack, do you remember when we played them on Monday Night Football and we ran the ball like 100 times and we won the game?
Dude, not
Shout out David Harris, bro.
Going like 50. It was literally like 50-mile-an-hour winds, which is
Shout out David Harris.
You know, it's crazy when we have to bank on the weather to win a game, by the way.
Right.
Mac Jones threw 3 passes that game.
I don't want to hear Mac Jones' name ever said in this broadcast ever again.
Hey, also though,
Week 6.
Rookie Mac Jones with a demon.
Week 6. Saints at New Orleans.
Win.
Dub.
I take that one too. We're kind of all on the same page right now. I expected it to be different.
Like, have we said the same exact thing?
Yeah, we're all 4-2 right now. Titans, Week 7 at Tennessee. Vrabel returns to Tennessee.
Win.
I say we take that one as well.
That's a win.
Okay.
That's 5-2.
5-2.
Everyone's over has said
Week
the same thing.
8, perfect timing. The Browns.
Perfect time.
Gillette Stadium, Week 8.
Kansas City wasn't bad the other day.
What do you guys think? What are you chewing on? I'm sorry. What are you eating, bro?
Watermelon.
Oh, okay.
I think we win. I think honestly, this is gonna sound really bad. I think we win, but I think it's gonna be one of these games where neither team plays well and we just carve it out and win. Honestly, because I know the Browns aren't great, but I feel like something about the Patriots not playing such like mediocre teams, they just like carve out wins.
The Browns defense is like so solid.
It is.
They're always solid.
Which is why I think it's going to be like a kind of a run game. I think Henderson and Stevenson are going to have touchdowns, and I think we'll win by a field goal.
We're 6-2. We're all at 6-2 right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Week 9, back at Gillette again, back-to-back home games.
Tough. hard game.
The Atlanta Falcons at home.
I'm gonna go loss.
I was also going to go loss because I feel like from this, like they would be on like a 3-game win streak, and I don't think they would go like 4 in a row. I think that's crazy, and I think this Falcons team is a pretty good team. I think like Michael Penix is going to be pretty good.
Dude, I was gonna say, dude, like
Jack, half of your face is cut off right now on the graphic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, I honestly don't think Michael Penix is like that bad. Like actually, like
Michael
I think-
Penis? You don't think he's
Huh?
that bad? You don't think Michael Penis is that bad?
That's not his name.
No, but
Okay.
I don't think he's good. I just don't like him.
What? Come on.
I don't think he's good. He played like 3.
I love Michael Penix.
he
He's
closed
like
the
one of my favorite players in college.
Jack, I cut you off. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, look, he has Drake London, right? He has Kyle Pitts, like he has and he has Bijan, like so he has weapons, and I think he's just gonna kind of buy in and
This
just
is
see what
Kyle
happens.
Pitts' year.
That's
Again,
right.
I don't. No, I'm not saying he's great. I'm just saying I think he plays a good game and they win.
Okay.
We are all drafting Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, we are not. Week 10, Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay loss. I mean, we're losing at Tampa Bay. I mean, we're at Richard. It's November.
Dude, that Bucks team's like scary good.
It is good.
Like they're like Baker Mayfield is like actually like a good core. Like I'm actually not even kidding. Like he's like actually like good.
I think it's just the system that just and he just plays
And
well.
Mike Evans, dog. Receivers, dog.
Hey, remember when we almost gave Chris Godwin a 40? What was the bag? Like a year?
Dude, he has like 4 ACL surgeries.
I know, but we almost gave him like a crazy bag.
Oh yeah, we almost did him.
We were close. So we're all at 6-4. We all agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're losing at Tampa. Yeah.
I think we're losing. I mean, it's Richard James, Raymond James, Stadium. It's in Tampa in November. I mean, we're going from 35 degrees in Foxborough to like 92.
And they have a pirate ship.
And they have a pirate ship.
And I will say, Raymond James during the night, it's rocking.
The vibes are good. Week 11, Jets.
Win.
At Gillette.
Win.
We don't even. I mean, the Jets don't even need to show up. I mean, dude, like,
We will not lose the game to the Jets.
who
By the
even
way,
is their quarterback? Like, who's their quarterback?
Justin Fields.
By the way, Chuck.
Cheeks.
You can mark down a win for the other Jets game, like already. By the way, because there's no way we
Week
lose.
12.
Win.
Week 12. We don't have to talk about it. Week 12 at Paycor Stadium. The Bengals.
Loss.
I'm gonna say win. If you guys are gonna say, I'm gonna say win. I think they're gonna go in there. They're gonna say, remember what we did with Gerard Mayo last year? We're gonna shit in your mouth again, and we're gonna win. So I'm gonna put win down for me.
Look, I think our defense is going to be a top 5 defense in the league. I think that game Burrow throws for 700 yards and 18 touchdowns. Obviously, it's an exaggeration. I say Burrow has a great game. You got Jamar Chase, you got T Higgins. I mean, that receiving room is disgusting. I think we lose, and I wouldn't be mad at it. They're a good offense.
I say we pick it up. I think I have a good feeling about where the offense is gonna be come week 12. And I think May is going to be in a good spot. And I think Diggs is going to have a crazy game that day. And I think I'm going to get a Diggs touchdown, Hunter Henry touchdown, Trayvon Henderson touchdown, Drake May rushing touchdown. They're going to win the game.
Ooh, Hunter Henry touchdown is spicy.
Oh, yeah.
That is spicy.
What do you think there, week 12? Obviously a loss for you, Declan.
Yeah, I'm going to go loss just because, like, the one thing you can't say about the Bengals team is that, like, this wouldn't be, like, a week 1 through 4 Bengals team. This is going to be a Bengals team that's probably... I think they're probably going to make the playoffs because I think there's no way to go back-to-back years missing the playoffs. I think that would be insane. And I think what happens, like, Joe Burrow's like, I'm out of here.
Right. Week 13 at home, 8:15 against the Giants.
Monday
night.
Win.
I'm not really taking this as a no-brainer. Like, I think we win. I think it's relatively close. I think the Giants are better, a little better than they were last year.
Mr. Unlimited.
I'm so scared of Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart.
I have no idea what that was, chat, but I think Jackson Dart actually can sling it, and I think he's not bad, but I think
wait, isn't Russell Wilson there, or am I bugging?
Yes.
Yes.
Russell Wilson is there, but
he's Mr. Unlimited. That's what that
I don't think Jackson's a joke.
I don't.
It's the year of the Jack, so I mean,
Unlimited.
And then it's Jameis, Jackson, and Russell. Yeah, it's horrific. I think the Patriots
Jackson Dart.
I think-
More like
I said win. Hey, I said win.
I think they're gonna shit in their mouth.
I'm so scared of
Okay,
Jackson
that's
Fart.
disgusting.
I'm so scared of Jackson Fart.
9-4 for me at the bye. 8-5 for Declan. 8-5 for Jack. If we're 9-4 at the bye, you can catch me at the rest of the Patriots games. That's where you can catch me.
Dude. Yeah.
That's fine. I like that.
All right,
I like-
week 15, Gillette Stadium, Bills Sunday. I'm taking a loss there. I think we're gonna drop both Bills games. That's just my take.
I think Josh Allen is just Joshy boy.
That's right.
I mean, it doesn't even matter who he's throwing to. He's
It really doesn't fucking matter.
nasty.
You know what?
I think James Cook can actually run the ball too. So
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna take Bills win.
You know what? I'm gonna go for a win. I'm gonna go for a win. It's at home. The game is at home. Like we have I think at this point we have a very solid defense, and we always give the Bills a hard time. Every time, by the way. Like yes, most games we give the Bills a hard time. We
It's a
beat
new,
them, and
it's a new.
I mean, maybe when they have their third strings in against Joe Milton.
we definitely split like a lot of seasons, like even before. Like that's not a crazy thing to say.
I just
It's
don't.
like-
I think historically, recently, we've shit the bed against them. So I don't really.
I think so too.
I have
Historically, we are their daddy.
Yeah, historically we are. Like Brady was like 30. What was he 33-0 against them or something? Or did he
He's like
lose?
30. He's like 30-3.
Yeah, something like that.
But I'm going to win. I don't care.
All right, so
All right.
week 16, we could chalk this one up. I mean, this one's fucking over. It's the Ravens, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's a loss.
yeah, we're losing that one. I mean, there's no.
No.
Give me a loss.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say we still win.
It doesn't matter who's coaching the Patriots. It doesn't matter how good we are. We can't stop Lamar
So-
Jackson.
I agree, and that's why we're just gonna leave it there because these last two games, again, the Jets we're gonna win. So I think we'll all take the Jets as a win.
Yep.
Jack, you're at 9-7. Declan's at 10-6. I'm at 10-6. If this last game against the Dolphins, we're at home. This is a big spot because in Jack's perspective, we'd potentially either be in the wild card or be in the hunt at 9-7. In me and Declan's perspective, we would be in the playoffs, potentially not at a seed, maybe at a seed, probably not. Wild card, be behind the Bills, and this game might not matter, but it might matter in Jack's world. So 9-7, 10-6, 10-6. Dolphins at home. They haven't even put a time on it yet because it's week fucking 18. Jack, thoughts on this one?
I think we win. I mean, the Dolphins can't play in cold weather. I mean, we've seen it. We saw it in Kansas City 2 years ago. They can't, right? And I think Tyreek Hill's a bum. I actually hate that guy. He said his least favorite place to play is like New England for some reason. Like I think he's the worst. He's nasty. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like him. I think we win. I think Vrabel with a must win on the line. I mean,
There you go. Declan, week 18, Dolphins.
I'd say probably win because I think even if we were to bench our guys, I still think our bench is better than this Dolphins team.
I think in my scenario, they're gonna bench May and they're gonna lose. I think they're gonna take.
But you think if they're at that point in the season, because they probably won't be able to win the division,
they'll be in the
but
wild card spot.
that they would be probably locked at a 5 or
If
6.
it's week 18 and we're 10-6, and the wild card's a week away, and we're locked in the wild card because we are.
we're benching May.
May's not gonna play.
No,
If we're not
even
though,
gonna suit
like
up.
say we're the same record as so, if someone's got the same record as us and they're the 5th and we're the 6th. Do you think then we would still bench May, or do you think we would try to get a better seed?
What is a higher seed gets home? Is that how it
What?
works? Does higher seed get home advantage?
Yes.
So then
well,
you
no. So if we're 5, we'll play the 4. So we'll probably play the.
Oh, we won't be home at all. We're in the wild card.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I
So it'll be
don't.
the Texans.
I don't think I
probably.
give a shit. I mean, I think if you're in that spot and you're
Okay.
locked and you're locked in, just bench May. Don't even take the chance. And I'm sure there's gonna be a game at some point where he's gonna miss a quarter. I mean, he's an athletic guy. I mean, he runs everywhere.
If it's that situation, then I'll just go loss, I guess.
Okay. I was gonna lock you at 11-6. Do you want to take the loss or do you want to take the win?
I'll just take the win. Fuck it.
Jack
Fuck it.
10-7, Declan 11-6, and me 10-7. I think that the ceiling is where we are sitting at. The floor is like 8-9. You know.
I think the ceiling could be like. Is 12 crazy?
No. I think the ceiling is 10 or 11. I mean,
we're not winning 12 games.
Yeah, it's not.
I think though, after what happened last year, if we go 10-7, that is a phenomenal year.
Dramatic.
Oh yeah,
upset.
Phenomenal year.
So again, we got the Raiders a win in week 1. We all agreed. Week 2, Dolphins a loss. We agreed there. Steelers a win. Week 4, Panthers a win. Week 5, Bills a loss. Saints a win. Tennessee a win. The Browns a win. A loss against the Falcons. A loss against the Bucks. Jets a win. Bengals a loss for you guys and a win for me. Giants a win. The bye, obviously, a loss against the Bills. A loss against the Ravens. A win against the Jets, and then a bench loss against the Dolphins. I think you got something back?
Well, like I said, win against the Bills in the second game, though.
You did say that. That's right. That's not going to happen. Anyways, I
believe.
I think this group is better. I think there's still room to improve. If they get bounced like they got bounced against the Bills in the wild card in 2021, there's going to be a little bit of panic in me probably because it's like, why are we losing 47 to whatever in the wild card?
We didn't talk about that game.
Yeah, football is so much different than baseball when it comes to the playoffs, where it's like you have to have a good group if you want to compete. And I think this team at its peak will go to the wild card and see what happens. Maybe they go in the divisional. And I think this team at their floor loses or wins 8 games or wins 7 games. Right? That's kind of that's kind of where I'm at with this squad.
I don't think they could make the conference championship. I don't think they're good enough to make it there.
I haven't even looked at what the free agent class is like for this upcoming year.
For the players that we sign?
No, like the new group of the crop of.
Oh, okay. So you're saying.
I don't know if it's deep.
I just even if we do somehow make the conference championship,
yeah.
we're probably gonna have to go to Kansas City. And
I don't think we're better than the Bills, Ravens, or the Chiefs come playoff time.
Not at all.
I don't think we could beat them in the playoffs.
The crop next year is Terry McLaurin, Trey Hendrickson, Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, Khalil Mack, Deebo Samuel, Braden Smith, Travis Kelce, Jonah Williams.
Dude, if we could somehow snap, Mike Evans isn't leaving.
No way.
He's nasty. He honestly, Mike Evans might be I'm gonna say right now, Mike Evans healthy might be a top 5 receiver in the league.
Oh, okay. Like,
I actually don't think that's a bad take at all.
I thought you were gonna say all time. That's why I got scared. I thought you were gonna say all time. That's why I got nervous.
I think he might be in the league. Yeah, top 5, top 10.
I don't think. Yeah, I think top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just insane.
He's also like 6'7".
Good one, Jack. I like that.
Anyways, that's gonna wrap up episode 1, season 2, the year of the Jack. You can catch us. That's Jack Hallal. That's Declan Hickey. I'm Chuck LaRosa. You can catch us every Wednesdays 2 to 4 on WMLN 91.5 on the TuneIn app. It's actually right above Declan's head at the top right there. You can catch us, stream that live. You can also watch us on YouTube. This year we'll be live on YouTube, which is cool. We'll be live every show.
I'll see.
So that's gonna be cool. And
call in.
That's right. Phone number will be set once we get back because I don't really want to put the phone number out now because maybe Ken's just in there and he's gonna get a phone call from somebody.
That would be fire.
He's most certainly in there.
100%. Definitely not at the crib doing nothing. Well, for Jack Hallal, that's not Jack. For Declan Hickey, Jack Hallal on my left on the screen. We'll see you guys next week for episode number 2. The first episodes will be remote, and then we'll be back in studio once the school year begins, which is 2 weeks from now. I'm so excited to get back in class. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time.